The human reproductive system. Now, we look at the human reproductive system as a representative of the mammalian reproductive system. In the human, there are separate sexes, the male and the female. Thus, we have the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system. We start by looking at the male reproductive system. It consists of a pair of testes, the penis, and a system of tubes, namely, you have the epididymis that opens into vas deferens. The vas deferens open into the urethra. So the male reproductive system consists of the testes, which are the gonads, that are contained within a fold of skin known as the scrotum. And then there is the penis. In addition to these two, we have a system of tubes that actually begin from within the testes. Then you have the epididymis on the testes that opens into vas deferens. The vas deferens continue and open into the urethra. So these make up the male reproductive system. Now we look at the reproductive system in finer details. If viewed from the front, this is how the male reproductive system looks like. Starting with the testes. So the testes. Now the testes, plural, is testes, are oval in shape. They are oval shaped, and they are located in a fold of skin known as the scrotum. So the testes will be contained within a fold of skin known as the scrotum. The scrotum hangs outside the body, where the temperature is between 2 to 5 degrees C lower than that of the body. So if the body's temperature is 37, then the scrotum has a temperature of about 30 to 35. Now this is because the testis development and formation of sperms require an optimum temperature of about 35 degrees C. The testes develop in the abdominal cavity, then descend into the scrotum. Now within the testes, there is a highly coiled network of tiny tubes known as seminiferous tubules. It is within each testis. These tubules are fixed in connective tissues within the testes. The seminiferous tubules produce the sperms, and in between the tubules there are interstitial cells. You have the interstitial cells that is contained within, between the tubules, that produce the male sex hormones. So the testes consist of, you have the seminiferous tubules that produce the sperms and the interstitial cells that produce the male sex hormones. So in short, therefore, the functions of the testes is production of sperms, which is carried out by the seminiferous tubules, and the production of male sex hormones, such as the androgens, and the commonest being testosterone, which are produced by the interstitial cells, which are found in between the seminiferous tubules. The seminiferous tubules then merge into the large vas deferens. The seminiferous tubules merge to form the epididymis. They merge to form the epididymis, which is located just outside the testes. So the seminiferous tubules merge to form the epididymis. The epididymis is a long and highly coiled, you can see the coiling, long and highly coiled tube. The epididymis provides the site where sperms mature. The epididymis opens into the sperm duct known as the vas deferens. From the epididymis, you open into the vas deferens. There are two vas deferens from the left and the right testes. Each vas deferens is a muscular tube which temporarily stores sperms before passing them to the urethra. You can see each vas deferens moves up, then joins the urethra just at the base of the urinary bladder. The urethra is a muscular tube that carries sperms from the vas deferens as well as urine from the urinary bladder via the penis to the exterior of the body. So this urethra will carry this urine from the urinary bladder into the urethra and also sperms from the vas deferens into the urethra. So the urethra is a tube that carries the sperms and the urine to the exterior of the body. The penis. The penis contains erectile tissue. So these here, these are the erectile tissues. These are tissues that have large blood spaces. And when the male is sexually aroused, the erectile tissue fills with blood, causing the penis to become erect. The head of the penis is expanded to form a sensitive part known as the glans penis. The glans penis is covered with a loose, stretchable skin called the foreskin. The foreskin is usually removed for sanitary, cultural, or religious reasons during circumcision process. Then in addition to the penis and the testes, there are other glands that make up the male reproductive system. These glands are known as accessory glands because they produce secretion that enable the sperm to reach the female gametes. These accessory glands include 1. The seminal vesicles. They are a pair of glands, or each one attached to the vas deferens. So on each side you have the left and the right seminal vesicle. The right seminal vesicle is attached to the right vas deferens, while the left seminal vesicle is attached to the left vas deferens. The seminal vesicles secrete mucus and an alkaline fluid that contains nutrients such as fructose, which is an energy source for the sperms. So within these seminal vesicles, there are glandular cells that secrete mucus and an alkaline fluid, and also nutrients. In addition, there are also chemicals produced by the seminal vesicles which help the sperms to penetrate the cervix in the female reproductive system. The alkaline produced also neutralizes the acidity in the female's vagina. So that is the seminal vesicle. that produces mucus. Mucus helps to add bulk into the secretions that come from the male reproductive system. Alkali neutralizes the acidity in the female reproductive system, while chemicals produced, they activate the sperms to enable them penetrate the cervix. And there are also nutrients in the form of factors that provide energy for the sperms. Then the other accessory glands is a prostate gland. There's only one prostate gland found at the base where the vas deferens joins the urethra from the urinary bladder. The prostate gland produces an alkaline secretion that neutralizes the acidity of the vagina. The secretions of the prostate also have chemicals that activate the sperms. And then from the prostate gland, there is a pair of tiny glands known as the corpus glands. They are a pair of glands located below the prostate glands. They secrete mucus and an alkaline fluid into the urethra. The alkaline fluid neutralizes the acidity of any urine remaining in the urethra. Remember, the urethra in the male carries both the sperms and urine from the urinary bladder. Urine in most cases is usually acidic. So this alkaline secretion from the corpus glands neutralizes acidity that may have been left behind by residual urine, which is carried out of the body through the urethra. So the corpus glands mainly produces alkaline fluid to neutralize acidity caused by the urine present in the urethra. Now, the sperms produced by the testes, together with the secretions from the various accessory glands, that is, the seminal vesicle, the prostate gland, and the corpus glands. So the sperms plus the secretions make up semen. So semen, we talk about semen that is secreted from the penis, consists of the sperms plus the secretions. The semen is expelled through a reflex rhythmical contractions of the various tubes in the male reproductive tract in a process known as ejaculation. During ejaculation, the sphincter muscles at the base of the urinary bladder. So the base of the urinary bladder, there are muscles which contract to close the urethra from the urinary bladder so that urine does not mix with semen. So during sexual intercourse, the tube from the urinary bladder is closed so that the semen coming down from the urethra does not mix with urine.